All right, guys, welcome back. This is the second update, the second part of this Waterway project. The last couple days, nothing was going on. Today we had some progress. And before we head down there, this is the crawler dozer that they're using, the dozer loader here. It's a Caterpillar. I don't see any numbers on it, and I'm not familiar with Cat equipment in any way. Can't say that I ran any Cat equipment. Maybe a backhoe at one time or worked on one. Can't tell you the size of it or anything like that, but this is basically the only earth moving equipment that is here at the moment. I do know he has a skid steer on tracks. Anyway, let's continue on with the progress. All right, so right off the bat, I'm not happy at all with this. I don't know why in the world you would do this. They had to get stone. There's stone down there right now, and all the way down there they had to get it. And instead of driving where this waterway is going to go with the triaxle loads of stone, they went through the field, which granted they were smart enough to go on the end rows, but this now is so packed down here from all the rain and water. I have to get on the four-wheeler and see where they actually drove, but this is, I mean, the mud was coming up between the duals here. Now what's going to grow here now? How are we going to plant this? I'm going to have to bring the harrow up, I guess, and sink it in and try to break this up now. I don't know, just not using your head, I think. Yeah, I'm not happy with this at all. This was stupid on their part. Look at this. Instead of driving here in this dip where it's washed out, where there's a waterway going that they could easily drive through, that's going to get excavated and not farmed, they went right through the center of this field here. I mean, right down the middle. And with a loaded triaxle, there it's like 8 inches. Yeah, it's sunk in a good 8 inches. So how is the planter now supposed to go and plant across this? Oh, this is what I didn't want. This is why I didn't want to get involved in this government bull crap nonsense. The crawler's okay. If they want to drive the crawler down through, that has at least wider tracks on it, but just make a road right to the center of the field. I told them I was no-till. Now I'm gonna have to come up and till. Here he's along the end rows, and that's not terrible. Nothing usually grows there. Yeah, that's down at least 10 inches there. Bear with me while I complain here, guys. Yeah, here right in the middle of the field we got this mess where he was turning around. So we dumped rocks in the field, which is it's... Alright, let me come back with you. Alright, so this is the rock that's going to go on the outlet to keep it from washing out anymore. This is some pretty heavy stuff. Yeah, that's some pretty big rock. This will be all gone out of here, I'm going to say, hopefully. Then we got like a 2B here, the way it looks. Let's just walk over and see what's what. Oh man, this is going to be a mess till it's done, I think. But would have been nice to do this like back in the fall, so you had all winter to have the ground recover. But I mean, stupid driving right through the middle of the field when you're going to be putting a waterway in. All right, so I don't know what was done here. Oh, he filled this in, I think. And as a matter of fact, I can hear a triaxle coming now. I can hear him out on the road if he's coming here. I'm gonna stop them. Well, I don't know what to say. Anyway, I think he filled this in. I think this drop off was a good 6 feet or so that it was washed out here. It looks like it was filled in. I don't know if he put any rock down already. There possibly. I don't know if there's rock under this. But yeah, this outflow here needed a lot of work. So yeah, and I'm not going to complain about the rocks in the field. That's you need a place to dump stuff like this and stage it. And like I say, I'm not even complaining about the dirt piles or the crawler in the field. I understand you got to move the dirt out of the way, but drive right through the middle of the disturb an area that doesn't need to be disturbed. All right, let's go up. All right, so I'm about halfway up here. I'm not seeing a whole lot of other progress. That's where he had stopped the other night. Like I say, the goal, it still has to go all the way up to where that crawler is. And like I say, with me complaining about him driving through the field, where it's washed out now is no wetter than where he was driving. I mean, it's all the same. He could have easily come down and stayed along one edge here. Even where I'm standing now, this wasn't farm. This here was just wasteland. I think it started out here where these weeds are. I'm not spraying or doing anything down here. I did put manure over there, if you can see it. I did put some manure there because that's where the ground was so bad, but I stayed away from this project. I figured it was going to be a mess. But I mean, he could have came down and stayed along the edge. And now it's right through. I gotta call him or something. I mean, it can't be hauling in. I don't know how much more stone there is to come in, but I don't want a road through the center of the field out there if it's not necessary. So we got to fix that. But anyway, so yeah, that's what looks like. They brought the stone today, day 2. So they brought the stone and they worked on the outflow a little bit, the way it looks down there. Other than that, I don't see anything else. It's afternoon here. It's about almost 80 degrees, so it's a nicer day. It was a little breezy. I was going to try to get some spraying done. You can see everywhere here we're planting corn, need some spray, and now some tillage work. I'm hoping that all I have is that International 45 Vibra-Shank. You guys have seen it. It's not a chisel plow or anything like that. So if they're sinking in and packing down, I'm pretty sure the Vibra-Shank will be able to straighten it out. But you're planting this way, and they drove this way, so every time the planter comes over to that spot, you're probably going to be able to if I had a drone or something, once the corn is up, you'll be able to see where they drove. But I'm gonna have to run up and down this stretch with the Vibra-Shank now. It's not a big deal, it's more extra stuff to do. So all right guys, let's go see if there's anything else. All right guys, I guess that's where I'll end this update. You get to see the progress. This is kind of why I want to just do a video record of everything that happens. Like I say, I'm not sure why they couldn't just come right down and right here where or at least the side, this is going to all be excavated anyway, so they can pack this as tight as they want and shoot around there and stay along the edge, and then we wouldn't have this whole to give you perspective, the road, they went along all the way, here's the waterway, they went all the way along that edge and then cut all the way down through this field all the way down to the bottom there. So instead of just keeping all the, I mean, they're not having to farm it, so I guess they don't care, but they could have just went right down here. I don't know, and there's nobody here to talk to, so I don't know. I guess I just had texted my landlord. I'll just have to give this guy a call. Stay out of the field. I told him that the other day, but I don't know. I want to work with him. I want him to be able to do this, but he doesn't need the whole farm to build a waterway here. Not now in, I think it's May 2nd. Not this time of year. I mean, all right, anyway, I know it was a complaining video, guys. You guys can see what it is, and stay tuned for part 3. We'll see what happens.